Hello, today is April 18th and the year is 2020. And just to review, we started with a vision and then took a small step forward to turn that vision into a belief. And then from there started to move that belief into a map or structure so that we could see how to turn that belief into that vision. And this next letter, we would put it under the category of seeing is believing. So this next letter would go something like this. Dear humanity, the year is 2020. As many of us have proclaimed, the year 2020 is the year of clarity, the year of perfect vision, as long as we see what's directly right in front of us. Directly right in front of us in terms of where we've been, where we are, and where we have the potential to go. And in that, we can start with looking at the natural world that has been attempting to send us messages. And that natural world has attempted to send us messages through the form of tsunamis, through the form of wildfires that have been in Siberia and as far south as Australia and many places in between, in the form of floods and on and on. And those were all external. And then all of it culminated in this pandemic, where it was as if the natural world and the human world crossed paths in this crucial moment where the natural world said, maybe you're not getting it on the outside of you, so maybe it needs to be on the inside of you in the form of a virus that spreads across the globe so that you can actually see and feel your impact on those around you and the world around you. Maybe. And in that, we are getting the opportunity to pause and reflect and recognize that the natural world has been communicating to us by saying, go with the flow. Your strength and your power is always greater when you go with the flow rather than against it. A great metaphor is a metaphor of a tree in the wind. When a tree stands in the wind, it moves with the wind. It does not move against it because it'll snap and break and die. And when it moves with the wind, not only does it survive, but it thrives because it lives and it creates exponential life through the spreading of its seeds. Okay, so now maybe we can start to see how we need to move with the flow through the natural world. Now, if we also look at the human world and how that has played out, whether we've moved with the flow or against it, how it's played out like in political systems around the world, where there, in many places, there was this trajectory that the world was on, and then there was this abrupt halt. And that halt was driven in some places, in the United States, for example, it was halted with a message that said, let's stop where we're going and let's actually go backwards. Let's go back to the 1950s. So that message is now right in front of us, and it is in conflict with those who want to move forward and those who want to go backwards. And locating yourself in that can start with recognizing your language while we're in this pause. If your language says, I can't wait to get back to the way it was, then inside of you there's a desire to go backwards to the old world. For those who say, I can't wait to step into the new world that I am now developing the habits and the practices that I will then take with me when I step into that world, then you are coming more from that place of, I want to create that new world. So when we look at this tension, and this tension is amplified and right in front of our face, that has led to extreme divisiveness and hostility and hatred between people, maybe if we really embrace what's happening in front of us and see with perfect vision and clarity that we now have a choice to either go backwards and live in the old world, or choose to move forward and step into a new world and take whatever positive we can out of this forced pause and use it as a reset in order to claim the trajectory that allows us to live the life and create the world that we each want to create within the world that we each exist. Sincerely, fellow world citizen, thank you.